Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check 53, come on. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch the slap, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Give me 4.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
King.
Mayfield on 1st down. That's complete. It's Collins. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
First down.
Set. 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the eye. Rail. 55. Hey, eat. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Now Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Bradshaw. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tie it right. Tie it right. 3 out.
Mayfield down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely will. We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Browns' 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check. 53 is mine. Alert. 53 is mine.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A final shot before the break. Watson flush to his right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check 52. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. My God.
On third down, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. He won't go down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
Let's go,
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. Finding room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 3/4 in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, Bradshaw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Fournette trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Oh, no, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Mayfield to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check three, check three, check three.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. To gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
I got it.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And Sanders has got it complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it.
That's it,
The
baby.
Browns take
We got
over
one.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, You'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Charlie. Rap. Bounce. Bang.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best.